Yeah, let's give like one of these or something.
Yeah, I mean that's good enough. I can tell
Can you
from
find
there.
that?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of things that I would like to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have a bunch of things I want to talk about. Who are you doing that for? How much sugar is in that?
A spoonful. That's it.
I actually add sugar to it. It's not enough.
Yeah, there's nothing. I do put my own sugar in that. Actually, I don't think that I have sugar in the house.
No?
Did we have sugar when you left?
I might have left some. I can't remember.
Like I obviously have like handfuls of sugar in my like underwear drawer.
Sure.
But that's just like stuff that like comes out of my socks and stuff.
I know it. Okay, there is I'm trying to remember of the things that we did this weekend.
Okay.
We had a little get together in Illinois.
Oh yeah.
We did that. And we had a sporting event party.
Mm-hmm.
On
we don't
Saturday.
have to talk about that one like at all.
Do you want to talk about it at all? Because I actually have a lot to say about it.
Because it'll make me furious, dude. It's like, and I can't avoid it at this point.
I want to start off with this story, and
Okay.
it's not football related.
Yeah.
And it is probably my favorite thing that happened on that whole day.
Okay.
It's you know what? It started off real nice.
Yep.
Me and my buddy Tyler Voss drove in from Illinois.
Yeah.
And I cleaned the house. We played Smash Bros. And we started off the day watching a good game of football. No issues, right?
Yep.
Fast forward through a little bit, not important parts, and everybody, for unexplained reasons, is extremely upset.
Yeah.
I mean, we've started a fire.
Oh, yeah.
We've burning stuff.
Yep.
People have gotten, like, not just drunk, but, like, obliterated.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Everybody who has remained.
Yeah. Okay.
And it is the remaining, basically, core group of people, right? Some of the girls,
Yep.
my girlfriend, you.
Usually the people that sleep
Over there at our friend's home,
Yes.
right? Everybody has left
the
this party.
sleepover peeps. That's what.
And we are playing a bunch of drinking games. I think this one happens to be Fuck the Dealer. The game, not important.
Yeah.
So,
Is this something that I did?
no.
Okay. Thank God.
This is something...
I do not need to learn anything else about myself.
So, there's like a little bit going on, a little bit of, there might be a couple people in the background that we're kind of looking at, right? The people at the table, this is for you, right?
Okay.
Are Danielle, Elizabeth,
Yep.
me,
Yes.
Tyler Ross.
Okay.
At the head of the table is you.
Okay.
And to your right
makes sense.
is Beth.
That makes sense that I'm at the head of the table.
You are directly across from me, so I'm technically at the head of the table as well. So
Yeah. Hey,
Right.
dude, you're the Batman to my Batman.
So
Clearly we're the heads of the table.
for whatever reason, we all look to my left, your right, and then at the same time, we see somebody get up, specifically Beth, and something catches my eye, right? And I just go, what the fuck? Beth, it felt like a 15-second period, tried to get up, smashed her face into the wall, stumbled backwards, and fell back into the chair and table. And everybody at the table, like, nobody missed it. And then
I saw it.
You don't remember?
No.
I mean, all of us were cackling of laughter.
Yes.
And then Beth, no reaction,
Yeah.
because we are like tears in my eyes. After I literally screamed, "What the fuck?" She scurries off because she's embarrassed. Her
Oh, yeah.
boyfriend comes out and goes, "Did she just fall in front of everybody?" Because she's pretty embarrassed. You do not recall that?
No.
It was, I mean, easily my favorite part of the night.
Oh.
I can't even, it was indescribable. She looked like she was falling in slow motion. It happened for so long.
Hey, it was bound to happen. You know what I mean? Like, she's just getting to that age now. She's going to be a faller.
Hey, and this is why I was keen in on it, right?
Okay.
If people weren't really locked in on yet, like, I said what the fuck before it happened.
So you clearly like was there?
It
What
was
was
like-
the indications that this woman was about to fall?
Okay, so about 3 hours earlier into the night,
Okay.
it was just her and I in the basement.
Yes.
And she was like kneeling down at the bottom of the fridge,
Okay.
like cleaning or grabbing something, and she like completely stumbled back
Yeah.
behind the bar.
As
Right?
she does.
And then I was like, "Did you just fall?" And she goes, "No." Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, she just fell. Not gonna bring it up."
Okay.
So 3 hours later, I'm already kind of keened in on the fact that she might be falling tonight.
Yeah.
And just like the way she like bobbled her body, I was like, this isn't going well. So I screamed when I said, "What the fuck," right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought my reaction was like incorrect.
Yeah.
And then she then proceeds to hit her face into the wall and fall backwards.
And I witnessed all this.
I'm pretty certain. I mean,
I'm-
definitely Danielle, Elizabeth, me, and Tyler did. I guess maybe you didn't.
I think I probably did that.
I mean, you remember playing Fuck the Dealer and
I
like
remember
how
being at
horse racing, right?
I remember being at the table.
That's where it was.
Yeah.
I should have known how drunk you were at that time.
Yeah.
It was really like the long conversations we were having when you would go on for 10 minutes and not say a word that I finally realized, oh, this guy's obliterated.
Which you were telling me that like I tried to lead a conversation at this table.
No, not tried to. You were leading.
Yeah, leading it.
You were starting conversations, leading it,
Yeah.
and then people would try to like cut you off and like finish it out, and you would build off their
right,
points.
Right.
Imagine you saying a point that was very like your cadence was perfect. It sounded like you were there, and then you said nothing.
But I was just putting. I probably assume what it is because I've listened to these conversations on the other end so much. The way that you explain it is, I was probably just using a bunch of filler words, but I was using filler words confidently. So therefore, it was just a sentence full like with filler.
I kept going to Tyler Voss and going like, I think Plato said that. I think that's a Socrates quote.
That's philosophical as shit, huh? But yeah, so I led a conversation for 10 minutes where
It was a long one
where your girlfriend and our other friend Danielle were just locked in,
because they were being like
courteous.
yes,
And
they didn't want to be rude.
and then you finally go, "What the fuck are you saying?"
I said it to Tyler Voss. I was like, has he made a singular point yet? One point.
Yeah.
And then like he was just getting just as irritated as me.
Yeah.
And he would try to go like, okay, this is what he's saying. And then you'd be like, and also, and then continue going.
Yeah, it's so funny because it sucks that like you weren't just as drunk because it would have been a lot easier, or if we were just high instead because we had we ran into this issue.
Me and Tyler Voss were.
So was I. I had also taken hits of that blunt.
So
Now that I remember it, now that it's coming back to me a little bit.
yeah.
But there was a time this exact thing happened where you and I took a hit from one of these pens.
Sure.
And my buddy goes, "This isn't that strong, so it's not going to get us that high." And we go, "All right." And we take 2 big hits of it. We end up reconvening 30 minutes later.
Sure.
And I just start talking for like 30 minutes or
Oh,
something.
right.
And you go, "What the fuck are you saying?" And I go, "That's a good point. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying."
We were in our friend's basement, right?
Oh, wait. You and I had taken the hits separately. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Is that we had both
Oh,
gotten
right.
high on our own accord.
I was getting paranoid because you were going on and on and on. And I was like, I must be so high because I don't understand a word of what he's saying.
And I go, "No, it's just because I'm high."
I
don't
do
know-
remember that.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, it would have been a lot easier for you to cut me off.
Yeah, at least you can remember that. Did you really not know how you got home that night?
No idea.
I
Zero recollection.
So I tried to sneak out of the house, right?
Yeah.
Because I thought you were gonna like convince me, like, oh, you have to stay, you have to stay. It was like 1 o'clock at this point.
Yeah.
And I wasn't drinking, and I was like, okay.
Oh, really?
I drank like casually,
Mm-hmm.
but because I had to pick up my girlfriend from the airport. By the time I got back, I missed out on the whole like getting obliterated part. So like I had a couple beers, and that was about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking like.
It really does suck now because we live so far from the airport. Like, if this was back in the day,
Yeah.
and you were just like at your parents, like, it would have been like
It was a
2-minute ordeal.
It was like a 15-minute drive to the airport. We had to wait for her bags, then a 20-minute drive home. Yep. She had to unpack, get ready, because like she's literally been traveling since. How the fuck is that noise still there? I uninstalled the program.
So did I. I told you this before. You didn't believe me.
It's Origin?
Yes. And I've uninstalled Origin before. Because what do I use Origin for? I don't fucking know, man.
You got malware. So, anyways, 20 minutes there, and then 20 minutes back to Beth and Tyler's. And by the time we got home, it was like the start of the fourth quarter, end of the third.
Yeah.
And then you guys were just like JMO and ginger-aled in.
Oh yeah.
And I was like super hungover from the night before.
Mm-hmm.
I
wasn't hungover at all.
I knew marijuana was gonna come, and I was like, okay, we'll just we know the game to play.
So I had JMO ginger ale, and T-Voss had JMO ginger ale, and T-Rog JMO ginger ale.
Sure.
Did they all get hit as hard as I did?
No.
Okay.
One of them put himself to bed. Too angry.
Oh, because of the game.
He kept going like, I gotta put myself to bed. And also he spewed out venom the weekend before, so I think he was supposed to go to bed.
Yeah.
So he had to go.
And T-Voss was milking his for a bit.
And he wanted to go out.
Oh, did he?
He did go out.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so I was trying to sneak out. It was like about 1, and I was like, okay. And I was like, all right, I'm leaving. And I shouted to you downstairs to quickly leave. And you were like, David. And you quickly ran up the stairs. And I was like, fuck, he's going to try to get me to stay. And you're like, can you take me home? And I was like, yes.
Okay. Because I think that I was getting asked to go out.
Yeah.
And
Yes, there was one singular girl who was there. Mm-hmm. And she was trying so hard to get everybody to go out, right?
Get everyone?
Everybody. And everybody was like, no. Nobody wanted to do it.
Except for 2 people.
Do you remember what happened when she broke her hand? Mm-mm. She was wearing a cast or a sling, right? Mm-hmm. She got into a severe accident.
Okay.
And she showed us the x-ray. And her hand was like, the bone was snapped completely through. And her hand essentially was like in Chamber of Secrets with like the rubber hand.
Yeah. And
she was trying to tell the story, right? The whole time. And every time she was getting to a certain point of the story, people are really... When you like get into a serious car accident, people want to hear. Mm-hmm. You and I just kept interrupting her.
You were part of that?
Oh, yeah. Like, because I was just making it seem like it was way worse than it was possible. I was going like, how far was your hand from the car? Like, how did they reattach it? And like... They were like, David, her hand didn't fall off. I was like, that's crazy. Can you still be able to use all the like digits? And you would just say gibberish, but like we were both just cutting her off the whole time.
Which that's uniform, getting blackout drunk and cutting off people's stories or instructions.
Sure.
Anything.
I was doing it on purpose. You were doing it by accident.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I was just telling calculated jokes.
Oh, right. That was a... you were making like references to school shooters that I had never heard of.
Okay. When?
You sent me the incel guy.
Yeah, in the morning. All right. Yeah,
right.
Continue.
And you were like, you guys don't even know who that is? And we were like, I think Tyler Voss goes like, jokes only work if like people understand your audiences. And then I was like, no. That shit was genius. It was fucking incredible. I still don't even love the joke, but I kept just telling you like everything you say.
I said a joke about it later that night or something.
No, you said it on Friday night.
Oh,
that's what started out with the calculated stuff, wasn't it?
No.
What started off?
Because I told the school shooter person.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he shot a school up or whatever.
Or a manifesto, whatever.
Yeah.
Not school shooter, mass shooter.
Yeah, mass shooter, and that was over FaceTime Saturday morning with you guys or Saturday afternoon.
The calculated jokes?
No, the calculated jokes was on Friday.
Yeah.
Where somebody had made fun of you for not being funny.
Yeah.
And then I was like...
The only person doing that was you.
No, Beth and Haley said something. They were sitting at the table and they made fun of you for it. And I go, hey, every joke, because like one of your jokes just bombed.
Yeah.
I was like, every joke that we make is fucking calculated.
Oh.
And so then after every time that I'd make a joke and people would laugh, I'd go, calculated. And I'd said that the entire night of Friday up until I had to put myself to bed. But prior to that, my jokes were fucking on fire, dude.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, lights out.
I know, lights out. But yeah, so it wasn't so the person that I had showed you was Elliot Rodger.
Yeah, I mean, I get it now. Do you really want to talk about him?
Kind of.
Go ahead.
The name is fine. And not knowing his name, I understand that. The only reason why I know his name is because...
He's your king.
He's my king. But he's the king of the incels.
Yeah.
But, which is... Get to that. But the reason why I know his name, and not just like know him by picture, I've known the picture of the guy / video of the guy forever.
Yeah.
So it's just like part of meme culture, stuff like that. And
yeah, I guess it's probably an internet thing. I just missed everything. I missed it.
It's the reason why the word incel was created, was because of that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know that.
He was the one that went on a rant about how, like, you know,
women ain't shit.
Women just don't want to have sex with me. And he's never had, like, he's involuntarily celibate, which is what incel means.
Yep.
And he just...
I understand the phrase.
And he goes on and on for about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then later ends up like killing 7 people, injuring 13.
Sure.
Just the reason why I know his name, the video is very popular. It's well known.
Infamous.
Is
the correct word.
Infamous is better. Or for me, just famous.
Yeah.
For me, just famous.
It's life changing.
Life changing. But we'd always say, like, on Discord we go Roger, and then we go Elliot Rodger.
Gotcha.
And, like,
just like
rather than saying
like
Roger,
Discord jokes.
Yes.
Gotcha.
This is a little insight, which is the only reason why I know his name, because usually mass shooters and stuff, their names like don't get broadcasted or like well known. I feel like.
What's that background noise? You hear that?
Is that the helicopter?
Okay. Yes. So now, I mean, I gotta say, not a huge fan of incels, right?
Yeah.
But I like that there's a name for them. Mm-hmm. I don't like that they have a group and they feel like they can make a little community. Mm-hmm. But I like that there's a definition of what they are.
I mean, do you just want us to be like alone forever? I just don't get what you're on about. You just
so what? I'm supposed to be involuntarily
celibate and have no friends? Is that what you want?
Yeah, us brothers are gonna stick together.
Yeah, we're together, man. We support each other. It's like,
man, that is such a...
It's like Christianity.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty similar.
Yeah, but we don't fuck kids. So we're a little bit better.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Wait, are Christians or Catholics one that fuck kids?
Catholics. I mean, I don't... If you dig deep,
there is probably some Christians.
Yeah, if you did some deeping, you could probably find Christianity across the board has some issues, but Christianity is like the overarching thing.
Okay,
and
who's
then
the Pope?
He is like the head of the Catholic Church.
Oh, he's Catholic.
Yes.
And he starts.
So Catholicism is like the biggest subset of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's not just like a head of Christianity. I guess that would be God, Jesus Christ. But yes,
he does have a little bit of power.
This guy, he's got a little bit of say.
This guy you might know. So back in the day, the Pope could like just start wars. Can he still do that?
I don't. You're talking to the wrong guy. I'm not a religious person. I think the Vatican and the Pope had a lot more political power within certain, like within Rome or within other big societies, because they were essentially like a conduit for God. Yeah. So they could just use that influence.
Like, hey, if you don't do this, God will strike you down.
Right. So they could get whatever the fuck they want done. But nowadays they just basically say like, gay people are not allowed in heaven. Like that's what they do. Yeah, shit like that.
Which is weird because Rome was like the gayest empire.
Yes, sir.
Were they the gayest empire, you think?
I don't know. But when it comes to like pedophilia and that shit, that the biggest stories have come out of the Catholic Church. And yes, and not only like it's usually when you hear things like throughout your life, like that's just what popes do. They just like rape boys, or like, you know, in Hollywood you gotta fuck to get roles. You just hear like these generic things, a lot of times it's because it's true.
That is odd, huh?
Yeah, it's like these weird things that you kind of always hear about, and you're like, like, is there any, like, Ben Roethlisberger going raping girls, and then you read the story, and you're like, oh, this shit is horrific.
Yeah, I mean, it is weird that, like, it just becomes a joke, and to like, relate it to something, is Joe Rogan, like, has, like, a thing about it when he talks about Carlos Mencia, is that when something's just joked about enough, it usually is just true. Like, Carlos Mencia, it was joked about that he stole jokes for, like, years, but was never called on his bullshit.
Yeah.
And just because of that, he got away with it.
Sure.
But in reality, it was just something that was happening day in and day out.
Sure.
Kind of like the Pope fucking kids.
The Pope, I don't know if he's fucked kids. This is what it is.
His homies fuck kids.
Catholic priests, right, who are not allowed to have sex with, I mean, obviously being gay is like, you know, the devil's shit. And they can't have sex with women, and I don't think they can masturbate. They're not allowed to do that.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm pretty sure they can't do any of that, right? Okay. So you have these Catholic priests. Lutheran priests can have sex with people. They can get married. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's like Martin Luther, not Martin Luther King, but Martin Luther. He broke off from the Catholic Church, and he was like, "This shit is crazy. Like, I'm gonna like."
Martin Luther King Jr.'s dad.
Just Martin Luther. No Martin Luther. No relations. He broke off from the Catholic Church, and it was like, you guys are hypocrites for, like, it's essentially a guy going like, I want to fuck, and I want to be so then he made like Lutheranism, and that's like the next subset. It's like a lot of people that you knew growing up were Lutherans.
No, don't put that evil on me.
more Catholics?
I don't know any Lutherans. Atheists.
My family used to pretend to be Lutheran.
I knew a couple Satanists too.
And then that's
a crazy family though, huh? Like one person lets fucking Catholics fuck, and the other guy just civil rights movement.
Yeah,
sweet family.
I mean, it's Martin Luther, and then Martin Luther King. I mean, it's his middle name.
No, I get it.
And they're related.
Yeah. No, Martin Luther, like one's their king.
One's their king.
Yeah,
and then one's a junior of that guy.
Yeah, and the king did civil rights.
So you had these priests in the Catholic Church who would essentially rape boys. They would do girls as well, but like young boys were the big target. And again, like Catholicism was seen as like a conduit to God. And a lot of times back then, if you were like got to hang out with a pope, you basically thought you were hanging out with God. Like you thought everything was cool. And then you have all these like closeted, maybe gay, and like people who couldn't like be intimate their entire lives.
Yeah. Are
now like I think there are like loopholes within the Bible where it says like you might like thou must not lay with a man or woman, but it doesn't say shit about like boys and girls.
Okay.
So I think like
why is it that they choose little boys more than girls then?
I don't know. And also what I just said, that could be fake.
Okay.
That's just like my assumption.
I'll take it.
You can take it as face value.
Yeah.
So then you get these situations where a bunch of kids get raped by priests, and because these kids are young and they think like they're meeting God, it just got.
So Jeffrey Epstein isn't the Pope.
No.
Oh.
No, related to the Pope.
Okay.
Good friends.
Good friends with the Pope.
Good friends. That's what you find out is that like he's good friends with the Queen, with the Pope, Bill Clinton. Fuck it, all of them.
Yeah. Chris Tucker.
So this is the most fucked up aspect. If that wasn't already fucked up enough,
yeah.
The reporters who like uncovered this not only proved that was happening, but that the Vatican, the Pope, knew about it, right? And they were systematically like transferring these priests around so that it was essentially like pushing the problem away and not actually like dealing with it by like putting them to prison
and just putting the problem somewhere else.
Yes.
Because that Pope, that priest probably didn't quit.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
No, he just got to go to a new town where nobody knew he raped people and got to do it again. And then they would put it in documents where like why this person was transferred, and they would just write in like sick leave or like vacation, and they would have like essentially like they would just fake documents as to what. So that is what happened. It is fucking crazy. Fuck them. Fuck the Catholics. There's also a nun story that just came out recently, and I don't know it as much, where they like the nuns were also fucking doing crazy shit.
Really?
It just came out like really recently.
Huh.
Like within the year.
And so Catholics don't believe anything different
What do you mean?
than like Lutherans?
They do.
Like what? Like outside of the
again,
fucking
I didn't grow up. I didn't go to the church.
Okay.
I didn't grow up going to like Catholic or Lutheran church. I just had families that were Lutheran, and most of my friends were Catholic growing up.
My mom was something that started with an L.
An L? Maybe
But
Lutheran.
Not Lutheran.
I literally have no idea.
Yeah, then I don't know either.
Those are just the two ones that I knew growing up. If my girlfriend's mother, she left the Catholic Church to go to the Lutheran Church to marry her husband, and even doing that was a big deal.
Really?
Like she like almost got like excommunicated from her family because they're from like a small. They're all cool now.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Is her family still Catholic?
Yeah, everybody's still Catholic.
Except for her mother?
Yes, her mom is converted.
Okay.
But like back in the day, that used to be like a big deal.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking of converting Buddhist.
Yeah, I mean nobody cares now.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Does anybody transfer to become Catholic though?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
People become Catholic even
Yeah,
knowing the kids and stuff?
Yeah.
And the boys?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean to this day, I mean that's probably still the most popular religion is Catholicism.
Really?
Yeah, I think.
That's crazy.
I mean that
Do you think that's why there's so many? Like, do you think that this is happening with other religions, but the other religions just
I don't think this
not
is
as big?
I don't think this happens with the Jews.
Come on.
I'm pretty sure.
You think that? But the Jews are like eating babies,
Well, yeah, they're
like sucking their blood. And
yeah, but they got to do our taxes.
yeah, yeah. And they stay young forever.
No, they're like
Well, they get their comedic power by sucking blood from their.
there's
babies.
other shit that like other hey, there were other
Don't they
like
eat foreskin or something?
I'm pretty sure like
Wait, that is a thing. I've heard about this.
hey, this one might be crazy, and this is just like so the first stuff about Catholicism, that's all real, right?
Yeah.
Here is some stuff that like is vague and less I don't know.
Okay.
I think in like maybe like Pakistan,
Okay.
right? Middle Eastern countries
What year?
with the like in the 90s.
Okay.
Islamic religion, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's another one where it doesn't specifically say you can't bang your cousin. Like that shit's not illegal. So like incest was like prevalent within like Muslim communities.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's like where their hangups are. Is like there's a bunch of like inbred breeding.
I've
heard that. I don't know if that's true. I don't know the full extent of that one.
So we'll take it as fact.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'll say something too that I briefly heard about. Then we'll take it as fact.
Go ahead.
Is Jewish people when because you know how they're like big on circumcision.
Yeah,
That's like a big thing for them.
I mean, also you got circumcised, right?
Well, I had to do it myself. Yeah.
Right, because it'd be embarrassing not to.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who hasn't done it themselves?
Done it themselves?
Yeah.
I'm one of the few that have done it because I've had to go back and trim it up. I go for like a trim once a year.
Right.
No, I mean I only know one uncircumcised person.
Right.
Everybody else, but I think that I'm sure that we have some closeted uncircumcised friends. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like friends that are just like not coming out.
You know what? I know that getting circumcised is pretty much pointless nowadays.
Yeah.
You can people who say like it's completely fine now because you can wash your penises. Even in modern day, people still get like smegma and like ring that shit around.
Yes.
That still can happen. But like with modern like cleaning, you should be okay.
Yeah.
I'm probably still gonna do the stupid shit and circumcise my sons if they have it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to let them get made fun of for having a little fucking sea worm.
The hood.
Yeah, fuck that. But Jewish people, there's this like thing where they like eat the foreskin.
On their 13th birthday?
No, like after they circumcise them.
That's when they get circumcised.
Like
when they're 13.
Is that when?
I think so.
I don't think it's that late.
I think it is. Keep talking about it.
But that's about all I got on it. Is something to do with eating the foreskin.
When do Jewish people get?
I can kind of Google it. Let me take a look. See, it was just something that was kind of brought up to our Jewish friend one time.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Sorry, they don't get circumcised at 13. That's a little crazy.
That's when they have their party.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was like part of it. It says the 8th day of life for Orthodox Jews. Okay, so that's wrong.
Oral suctioning. What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Right,
this is odd. So I don't can't read this stuff really, but when a baby is circumcised, some ritual Jewish circumcisers, Mohalim, do a practice called Metzah Pepeh. Metzah Pepeh is when the Mohel uses their mouth to suck blood away from the baby's circumcision wound as part of the circumcision ritual.
Mm-hmm. My dad did that too.
Yeah. My uncle used to do that every time that we hung out. And that shit was fucking not that sweet.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
That's pretty wild, huh?
Yeah, I don't think it's common though. That
seems like a ritual.
That didn't seem like it was a common thing.
Who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean?
Okay, enough baby cocks, enough raping, enough Catholic Church.
Yeah, well,
should we talk a little
religion,
a little football?
No,
Here,
I guess we can talk football because these are some of the best games that we've.
Do you want to talk about the overall weekend, not the specific Packer one?
I don't have much knowledge because it literally drained me. I wasn't capable of watching the games yesterday. I heard that they were amazing games.
It was the greatest NFL divisional weekend of all time.
Yeah,
without question.
Yeah. Game
1, Titans lose to the Bengals.
Oh yeah.
In a back and forth game. All game.
Joey B,
Jamar Chase,
Joey B's
Joe Mixon,
ass eaten,
9 sacks, and potentially, technically he got hit like legit 11 times, but 2 of them.
Come on, bro, 9-11.
2 of them didn't count because of penalties. So
insane.
The record was 10. He got hit 11 times.
That's insane.
And they ended up winning.
Yep.
And he somehow wasn't dead.
Yeah. And talking perfectly fine.
If you didn't know this, he's been getting hit like that all season.
Yeah.
His offensive line, horrible.
Yeah.
But their kicker, incredible. He might be, besides Justin Tucker, second or third best in the league. And he got drafted this year.
Did you hear about what he said to Joe Burrow?
I did hear it. Go ahead.
That we're going to the championship.
He did a couple practice hits on the side, and he's like, "Oh, we're going to the AFC Championship." Before he went to kick the final kick to seal the deal.
That's so insane.
That team, if you're rooting for any other team,
yeah,
wrong.
Well, because
besides if your team's in the obviously.
So I actually don't know who won those 2 games because they were so. Tampa Bay lost, I know.
So we'll skip the next game.
Tampa Bay lost
Sunday.
I know that, and then I don't know this. Legitimately don't because it was so back and forth, and I've just seen mixed reports.
You don't know what happened?
God damn it! And people going Bills Mafia. Bills lost, right?
Yes.
In the first.
Let me tell you what happened for the Tampa Bay game first.
Okay.
So halftime. It is, I believe. It is 24-3 at half.
Yeah. Not looking good.
Tampa Bay is down.
Yep.
Al Michaels, on the commentator, goes if I was Tom Brady, I'd be telling those boys, I got a little story for you. When I was, a couple years ago, when I was playing in New England, we were down 28-3. Came back and win in overtime.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, this is just horseshit, whatever. I honestly even sleep a little bit in the game. Wake up, right? all of a sudden it's like
The Tom guy's doing it again.
it's 27-17, and I was like, damn, down by 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tom Brady, he might have had a 3-and-out or just like botched it, didn't get it. Defense 3-and-out right away. I was like, oh shit, like he might have a fucking chance, right?
Yeah.
Scores. It is now 24-27. Yep. Tommy Boy only needs a field goal, right? I was like, the defense needs to stop. Like, they got to do something. Fumble. Recover. Tom Brady's going to do it again. 27-27. Tied up.
Really?
Yes. Comes back from a 27-3 deficit.
That's insane.
Tied.
Tommy Boy did it again.
Did it again. Going to overtime.
Yeah.
About, I think there's like 40 seconds left. Matthew Stafford hits a bomb to Cooper Kupp in the center of the field.
That guy's pretty good.
The only person you need to cover, decide not to. Okay. And Matthew Stafford hits the most important throw of his entire life to Cooper Kupp, and they hit the game-winning walk-off kick for 3.
Yeah. That Cooper Kupp guy's. It was back-to-back catches too, wasn't it?
I think so. It might have been.
There was like a 10-yard and then like a deep one down the middle. Yeah, that guy's pretty good. Also, Mike made a good point earlier today that 2 of probably the best wide receiver seasons in history, Matthew Stafford at the helm playing quarterback.
Oh, with
Calvin Johnson and Cooper Kupp.
Let's see if he fucking actually like does anything now.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really nice to see this quarterback where they just pretty much go, man, he's outside of like Aaron Rodgers, where they just like, saying he should leave Green Bay because he's so talented and could win other places. But like this guy actively was having losing seasons every single season, but everybody's like, oh, but he's a good quarterback. He's like one of the best in the league. He's an elite quarterback, this and that. And this is the first season, right?
What?
That he's for the Rams?
Cooper Kupp? It's his first significant season. I don't know if he had it last year.
No. Matt Stafford.
Oh, Matthew?
Yes.
Yeah, it's his first season.
This is his first season.
Yeah.
And if he goes to the Super Bowl, his first season just not on the Lions, imagine like what that guy has to think. Like, God damn, I've
wasted my
really
career.
Screwing the... Because like that guy legit is an elite quarterback. And he's not even like playing like... I mean, he's playing fine, but like he literally could have... Imagine him in his prime, like with a good team and not the worst team in the NFL consistently.
Damn, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find like the scores for back-to-back for Buffalo, Kansas City.
Oh, because it was a back and forth game?
The entire game.
Really? And I legit just heard like, oh, it's Bills Mafia, baby. And then like come to find out, like all I saw was posts about the Bills, and like if you're not rooting for the Bills to win, the Super Bowl, who are you actually rooting for? This and that. And then come to find out that I saw like only one tweet about like the Chiefs winning it.
So this is what happened.
Okay.
It is a...
I kind of know now too, because I did see something about coin flip.
It is a back and forth game.
Yes.
The entire time.
Okay.
Like 4th and 12, you need to score, or you need to get the first down, or your season's over.
Yeah.
Josh Allen running to get the first down.
Patrick Mahomes. I saw a picture of him like doing a hurdle.
Patrick Mahomes hurdling to get the touchdown on 4th down.
Patrick Mahomes hurdled?
Both.
I saw Josh Allen hurdle, like actually like jump over a guy.
Patrick Mahomes Superman diving to hit the pylon to get the touchdown. Yeah, shit like that. It's 4th and 12. You need a first down here.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, bullet, touchdown on 4th and 12.
Really?
Right, to go up. They score 6 points on the touchdown. Mm-hmm. They need to go for 2 points to be up 3.
Okay.
Right? And like they get it. It's 29-26.
Okay. It's fucking 3-point game. All they can do is tie.
I think Kansas City goes back and scores 3, and then I think Buffalo then goes back and scores 3 again. So it's like they tie, and then they go up again. 13 seconds left on the clock. 3 timeouts. Buffalo decides instead of squib kicking to shave a couple seconds off the clock, kick it over the end zone, touchback. Patrick Mahomes with 13 seconds manages to get it down the field using the timeouts, clocks it, overtime. They hit the field. They hit the shot. 13 seconds.
And I've seen a few things, but it was all like preemptive and like I said, it was just too much that I like couldn't get like a real result. Also, didn't care enough to look into it enough.
Yep.
Because I'm just demoralized from football. But I did see like a couple memes saying when she says 13 seconds isn't enough.
Yes.
Or whatever.
And when people are literally saying this might be one of the greatest NFL, if not the greatest NFL game ever played, because like Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes literally both played perfectly.
Really?
There was no mistakes.
Okay, keep on going. I just wanted to look at the stats of this game.
And when you have a game that is like this electric, back and forth, these are like the two. When you watch these teams play at their highest efficiency, it's hard to go like, oh, there's another team that's better than these two. It seemed like these were clearly the best 2 teams this entire year.
Oh, yeah.
And when a coin toss literally decides the whole game, that's where although it's still a great game, you win in overtime. Kansas City wins at home, 4th straight, deserved to win the game as well. Whoever wins it deserved it. Nobody didn't deserve it. It is tough for me, especially as a Packer fan, to hate the overtime rules, because by the time the defense gets into that overtime, they're gassed.
Oh yeah,
they're fucking tired.
100%.
It is statistically more likely for that coin toss, whatever team to win the coin toss, to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's great.
And then they obviously go on and win it.
I think I also saw something that like the Chiefs, after like their game where they lost against Tom Brady or whatever, they like petitioned to even change the overtime.
So that is what happened. After, in the AFC Championship, the last year that Tom Brady won the Super Bowl with the Patriots, I believe, he beat Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship in overtime.
Really?
And the Kansas City coaching staff has petitioned the NFL to change the rule. And I still think they try to get them to change the rule.
329 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's pretty fucking
By
nuts.
Josh Allen?
By Josh Allen.
Yeah.
How do I go to Kansas City Chiefs? 33 for 44, 378 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
After having a very, what people were calling a lackluster year for so long,
Kansas City's just back.
By Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Just has an electric offensive performance.
Yeah. Yeah, it just looked like they were just like, fuck it. We don't need to win these games. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
And they'll probably go to the Super Bowl, but we're back in Joey B.
Hey, I want Joey B to win bad. If the Bulls would have won, or the Bills would have won, probably would have been rooting for them.
I would have been rooting. I've been riding high on.
I like Joey B a lot, don't get me wrong.
I'm a Joe Burrow fan through and through.
But I like people jumping through tables.
You don't like
I like people hawking.
What do I get the get? Not for you?
Not for, I mean,
that's for me.
I don't even know what that is, so I don't care.
That's fine.
Yeah. People jumping through tables, though, that's something I do.
All right. I can relate.
I should be a Bills Mafia guy. You know what I mean? I invented jumping through tables.
You want to do it now?
Do what? The Packers? No. I mean,
you said a lot that night. I can say what I finally feel.
Okay.
I've had the entire weekend to think it over.
I've also thought on it more.
This is how I feel. I'm not here to have an argument. I'm just here to express how I feel as like a lifer.
What you'll say probably won't piss me off as much as it would have pissed me off the night of.
After the game, I got up. I just said, I fucking hate football. I hate this fucking stupid sport.
Yep.
Fuck this.
Dog shit. And
I went outside, and I sat outside for about 10 minutes in the cold.
And I did too.
And
I had a Glock 9mm in my mouth.
Then I sat in a bedroom, and I didn't say anything for probably about 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody was screaming. I couldn't deal with Tyler. Tyler Rogney gets viscerally angry and just keeps screaming like, fuck. That shit, I can't deal with that. It just kept getting me angry.
Because he also wasn't like saying anything.
He was just screaming.
Like I was screaming, but I was like screaming about things that like were actively
you were yelling at people. You were like, no, this thing. And I was just sad and upset.
Yeah.
It was just a downer.
Yeah.
And
we lost by 3 points.
I can't even look at like my phone, like because my phone will just be like Twitter stuff about it or Reddit stuff about it or TikTok stuff about it or YouTube, everything. It just keeps telling you Packers suck, Aaron Rodgers sucks.
You get this guy on TikTok where he goes, "Oh my God, Joe Burrow's about to do it again."
Yes.
And he's like going like play by play on like a drive or something.
Yes.
That's like, yeah, I have to like scroll past those just to get my algorithm on TikTok to not show me any football.
Yeah.
Obviously the Aaron Rodgers hate. I've been avoiding Twitter. I mean, so the night of, I put zero blame on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Which is wrong. I mean, definitely should put a little bit more blame on him. I'm still of the opinion that, like, hey, we're not playing against slouches, right? And also, the 49ers didn't make it into the playoffs and, like, be a, like, top contender for the Super Bowl. Like, not, like, a top contender for the Super Bowl, but, like, if you're in the playoffs, you're a top contender for the Super Bowl. They didn't make it there because they had a stellar offense, right? Mm-mm. So, like, to expect Aaron Rodgers to just have like have a game like Patrick
They didn't have a stellar quarterback. Debo Samuel.
Yeah,
is it Debo Sander?
I don't know.
Debo is he's great. George Kittle's great. They have like
George Kittle. Like, don't get me wrong, but
they have real good guys.
But the team isn't defined by them being like a stellar offensive team or anything. Is what I'm getting at.
Samuel.
They for sure have like a solid defense.
Yeah.
If you're in the playoffs, you more than likely, unless you're the Chiefs, have a decent defense. Mm-hmm. And like to expect them to put up like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes numbers against a team, that's just not like really something that you should fully expect in like the weather that we had. That being said, he's one of the most talented quarterbacks of all time and should have given us something.
Should have scored 14 points.
Should have scored 14
points would have won the game.
Yes. But to have something that is not like it's a new thing and just jumped out in front of us this game be an issue again in such a small part of the game, which is special teams, to lose us a game, because it did lose us. I mean, essentially, yes, our offense could have played better. Our defense could have played better. Whatever, what have you.
Our defense
played fine. Our
defense played great.
Yes. But, of course, you can ask more from other things. But all I'm asking is for you to not let a field goal get blocked. That's not a lot to ask. I'm asking you
not have a punt get blocked.
To not have a punt get blocked
and return for a touchdown. Sure.
That's not a lot to ask. Hey, muff the punt. I don't give a fuck. Accidentally put it on the fucking, 47, like, give them fucking 47 yards to go. I'm more happy with that than getting it blocked and return for a touchdown. Especially since we've had issues this season with our special teams. How has that not been nipped in the butt? How have we not like emphasized this more going into a cold week? All that. And then just to put icing on the cake, to find out after the fact that on the game-winning field goal, we only have 10 fucking players on the fucking field.
Yeah.
Hello? That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, obviously can't, at this point in his career, we cannot, like, I have been a firm believer in stop hating on the guy, whatever,
sure,
to expect him to just win, blah, blah, blah. Give us a win, though. Like, stop fucking blowing away a number one seed. You have the best wide receiver in the league. You are supposed to be the most, talented quarterback that, like, debatably that the NFL's seen. Like, why are we not winning?
This year has been with Aaron Rodgers, mm-hmm. It has like slowly like eroded how I feel about this guy.
Yeah.
Ever since the him leaking that he may want to be leaving the Packers, right?
Yeah.
Ever since that was like the end of it for me, or the beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end.
The beginning of the end. I started off. I've always been an Aaron Rodgers defender, right? Like, his family hates him. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That shit. Obviously, I'm a fucking homer. Like, he never came off as like a douchebag to me in interviews. I was never like. And then when he started going on the Pat McAfee show, I was like, look at this. This guy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like,
normal guy.
he's the guy I thought he was, right?
Yep.
So then he gets disgruntled by the fact that they drafted Jordan Love, right? It wants to be traded. Isn't taken seriously in the front office. I actually thought it was okay, right? So then he gets essentially what he wants. He gets Randall Cobb, and he gets a better coach. I know, a player that literally does nothing. He gets like the coach that he wants. Honestly, I don't know what. Let's say we drafted a first round running or receiver. Let's say we did that instead of drafting Jordan Love, which we could have drafted like Justin Jefferson that year. That would have been better, right? But like, there isn't a better situation to go to.
Yeah.
For a quarterback. So I don't know where he wanted to go. Then the COVID stuff. And then all of this, like, him lying about being vaccinated. Him saying that he didn't lie. You did.
Yeah.
Him saying, like, I'm immunized when you're asking directly if you're vaccinated. Even if it's like, no, I didn't technically say, like, shut the you know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, he talked to his boy Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
He knew that he was immunized.
So that shit was annoying. Him just like I think his explanation for it on the Pat McAfee show I thought was terrible. Then now this, right? Where
consistent inconsistence in the playoffs.
Every playoff loss is not him.
Yeah.
But the last two ones, I think he plays a significant more portion of it than people like to like say. The NFC Championship and this one, he was scoring a lot in the Tampa Bay one.
Yeah.
But the same issue happened where when it came down to the big plays where he had to like make a play, he just like tried to hero ball it, get it to Devontae, when like there were definite other receivers that he could have thrown it to. And if you want to talk about specifically this last game, how can you not score 14 points at home? When you talk about like, I can't wait to get one of these games back at home.
Yeah.
You've had them at home. You've had a home field advantage for the past 2 years in a row and still haven't got there. What, like, maybe he'll go off and, like, win a Super Bowl with somebody else. I'm fine with it. At this point, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I think we should just trade him, start fresh. Like, I think this is the end of it.
Yeah.
The special teams are terrible, right? That's fair.
I think that we're in a deficit, too. We're like a $40 million, like...
over the cap.
Yeah, we got like somehow free up.
That's really what I was sad about. Is that like this is the end? It was a good run. Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers.
It really sucks because I remember specifically when we won that first Super Bowl in 2000.
It felt like it was going to be like
I legitimately remember saying this. I said, "This is the start of an era." I was like, I don't see us not winning the next like 3 Super Bowls minimum.
Right.
And I'm talking that fucking heat.
The next year, undefeated.
Lose
to the Giants.
Always losing to fucking dog shit, dude.
That year we lost to the Cardinals, NFC Championship, bad coaching losses to the Seahawks. How many times did we lose to the 49ers?
4 times.
Now 4 times. Lost to the Falcons. And definitely a couple of them bad defenses.
Yes.
But these most recent ones, I gotta blame Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I mean, it is just a 13... It's a 13-3 game, though, man.
Yeah.
It's a 13-3 game, which is a low-scoring game, don't get me wrong. But
you're the best quarterback in the world. You're the MVP, right?
Yeah.
Score 14 points. Get a touchdown.
Yeah.
Get one touchdown.
For sure.
That's all you need at home.
My big thing is...
The whole crowd's there. I think he just feels like in these huge moments, he starts thinking like, this is my legacy. I think he cares about this stuff. I think he really...
I think he does get in his head.
I think he gets in his head because all of a sudden he stops trusting like his team that got him there. And he only goes to fucking Devontae. He goes to... That's why he wants Randall Cobb, is because he thinks he's like a guy he trusts, right? And then he goes to Aaron Jones, and then that's it. Like, what? MVS was out, but
what about Alan Lazard? Like,
Alan Lazard was clearly open.
You're telling me you aren't hitting the Lizard King for touchdowns left and right all season? The last like 3 seasons, like you're not hitting the Lizard King.
Yeah,
you are. You do. You hit the Lizard King. Fucking. Granted, don't get me wrong. Devontae Adams, fucking to start. I was like, I was talking about the Packer game a little bit. What was going on during it? He completes the first 3 passes that he makes. I immediately make a statement saying he's not going to have a single incompletion.
Yeah.
One of my buddies goes, "That's fake," and I go, "I bet you $10 to $1,000."
Yeah.
That he doesn't have a single incompletion. He takes me up on it. 2 plays later, he has an incompletion.
Yes.
Just on like a screen pass.
Sure. I'm ruined.
I'm ruined. Fuck. 5 plays later or whatever, he's like completes like 5 in a row or something again. I go, there's no way that he
double or nothing.
Double or nothing. I don't actually take that one.
Yeah.
Though. But then we we're having our way. I think that it was the first drive.
The first drive we scored.
Second drive, we like drive it down the field.
And our defense is playing well.
But then I think that we have a turnover or something, right? We have like a fumble, I think.
This is where I had a drive, and like I'm watching on my phone. It's tough for me to watch it.
Well, the second drive, our second offensive drive.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty positive that we start driving it down. Like it looks bright.
Yeah.
The future's looking bright. The fucking doorways are opening up to the championship again, just for us to probably lose there.
Yeah.
So I go, we're scoring minimum 56 points. We don't even score 14, man.
I saw the throw to Aaron Jones, right? And I was like, oh, he might be going for a touchdown. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, hey, if he doesn't get a touchdown, at least we get 3 points. And I shut it off, right? Because it's about to be half. I'm like, okay, up at half. And then it gets blocked. I had to ask people what happened because I was so confused. I was like, did Mason miss it? And they're like, it was blocked. And I was like, what the fuck? I got a text from my...
I don't understand that. How do you get a field goal blocked in the NFL?
I got a text from Tom after they had a defensive stop in the fourth quarter, and he goes, we're winning. We're going. Easy peasy. And I was like, hey, we have the worst special teams in the league. Don't fucking, like... Hey, this reminds me of the NFC Championship with the Seahawks. And then they got the block punt. And I was like, we're done. It's over.
And that's when I blew my fucking brains out.
Yeah, I mean...
It's so depressing to talk about.
Hey, it is depressing. We're more basketball fans. Look at my hat.
We've always been basketball fans.
And that's honestly why this, to me, it's not as significant.
So a funny story about it then is, obviously, we're all sad. Mm-hmm. Every person. I obviously get hammered, and I tweet out. I don't even think that I tweeted out that night. I tweeted out the next morning when I'm still a little bit drunk.
Yeah.
And I tweet, I don't want to be around anymore.
Yeah, a reference to, I think you should leave.
Yes. It puts people's alarms start ringing.
Yeah.
I got a couple DMs on Twitter.
Sure.
Like, hey, James, you all right?
Yeah.
Not realizing Packers just lost. They
sure.
didn't put 2 and 2 together. I text one of our buddies, hey, man, what are you doing right now? Let's hang out today. He's like at work, and he says, I can't, I'm at work. So I say, I don't want to be around anymore. He tries calling me.
Calls me.
I had fallen asleep. He tries calling you. He tries calling his girlfriend like 12 times.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can you go check on James? Go check on James right now. And then he calls me a bunch. I end up picking up, and he goes, holy fuck, you just gave me a panic attack. I go, why? I'm just sleeping, man. He goes, because of what you texted me. I go, oh, what's that mean? It's from literal skit comedy show that we watch.
Sure.
And it's about this guy just having a fat suit on.
Yeah.
And it being uncomfortable.
Sure.
And he just goes on a rant and he goes, I don't want to be around anymore.
It's pretty good.
It's a pretty good skit.
So yeah, that's really just the sentiment of the weekend.
We're basketball fans. Always have been.
Realistically.
Dude, you are getting blown up today.
I think I'm getting the same text you are.
I'm not getting any.
In the state of Wisconsin, the older generation, they're just football guys, right? Yep. You're not gonna, you know what? They're all pissed. But our generation, this is what we've known really is loss from the Packers, upsets.
Yeah,
and it sucks.
Which is weird because, like, dude, even like our parents, like, they mainly knew loss. Like, they knew loss, but worse. Like,
yes,
they weren't even making playoffs.
But they didn't have, they didn't really have like the Bucks.
But they did. They've had the Bucks more recent than the Packers, even.
The Bucks won in '72.
Yeah, and the Packers hadn't won since like 60 something.
1996 was.
Oh yeah, technically, yeah. I guess.
So like, you have them winning with Brett Favre and then going there and losing.
But I'm talking about that 70s to 80s era when
when they were kids.
When our parents were like young bucks like us. The Packers fucking suck.
Well, here's the thing, right? I feel like your football, like what define you is probably your like after high school mid-20s or like late 20s. Not late 20s, like mid-20s. Like when you're like a young adult.
Yeah.
That's when I feel like you really start getting passionate. And I bet like most of our like parents were like Brett Favre is their guy. And then you move on to Aaron Rodgers.
When was my dad 20?
Maybe like 25, 30.
My dad was like 21 in the 80s though.
Was he?
They were dog shit.
Well, I guess your dad's a lot older than mine.
How old's your dad?
My dad's like 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 96 was 26 years ago.
Oh, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's also weird, though, because even when they were bad, the older generation, I just think, liked football more. Because, like, you never seen the show and just know the premise of it. But that 70s show, the dad in there loved the Packers. Like, loves the Packers. But the Packers during that 70s show sucked fucking cock. Like, they were getting their ass whooped by the Bears, like, consistently.
Right.
If I lived in an era like that, I wouldn't want to be around anymore.
So, for their generation, it sucks. But, honestly, like, I feel like our generation, although we're all upset that the Packers lost, I think we're all, like, Bucks fans, really.
Yeah.
I mean, think of all of our friends, right?
I mean, I'm happy to be a Bucks fan now. But, like, we weren't.
What do you mean?
Like 5 years ago, we weren't.
That's when it started.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We started. Think about the year before we lost to the Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? We were still Bucks fans then.
Yeah.
Think about the year before that. We were still then.
Yeah.
It probably started happening when our friends. This is when it was
you
like.
You have a specific point where you became a Bucks fan.
Essentially, when our friends started going to college, right? Mm-hmm. Which like we were like 18 and they were like 19.
Yeah.
Which was honestly like 7 years ago. Like it's not a bandwagon anymore. It's just what it is. We're just like big fans, right? So like to me,
I'll never be a Brewers fan.
That's fine. That's okay. But
baseball fucking sucks.
We'll be okay. The Packers can suck for the next 5-6 years, and I really just think I don't think we're gonna suck for that long. We trade Aaron, we get picks, we have a good coach. Aaron Jones is still good. We have a good line. I'd
prefer us to suck even. Like
sure.
I'd rather us have a losing season because then I don't have to get invested.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I can just watch football neutrally and not care.
I'm not even like I haven't even been like a big Packers fan this season.
No, not not at all.
Yeah, I'm not like a big football. Like I just can't get into it.
Yeah, fucking burn it down.
Fuck it. And like I just rather would be worse.
Yeah, rebuild.
And, like not have to worry about losing in the NFC Championship.
And I can root.
I don't have to defend Aaron Rodgers anymore.
I can root for people to fucking
Get
fail.
Rid of Aaron Rodgers. That way I don't have to fucking defend him anymore.
Yeah.
To fucking Tom Brady's. But I also need a different quarterback then. Because I will never be a Tom Brady fan.
That's fine.
I want him to
Joe Burrow. Jump on the train. Joe Burrow.
I'll be a Joey B fan.
Beat Josh Allen.
No.
Or start saying, you know what? Patrick Mahomes is the greatest. Fuck it. Do whatever, man. You know, let's be free. Let's just be free of it.
Okay, I still cannot side with people that like.
Let's be free.
Competed against Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Because like now, like this is on his backswing, so technically I don't see like
Patrick Mahomes didn't compete against him.
Well, the Patrick Mahomes, like people were like immediately like 2 seasons in.
Dude, Patrick Mahomes is our age.
Patrick Mahomes is better than Aaron Rodgers. They were saying that like 2 seasons.
So that's bothering you?
So that will never.
Dude, he was like 23 at that time.
But Joey B was never in that conversation.
So yeah, be Joe Burrow.
I'm a Joe Burrow fan.
Let's be free of it.
Yeah.
Get rid of Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, go one further. Kill Aaron Rodgers.
Kill him. Yeah, get like 7 picks for him. Who cares? Fuck it. Let's rebuild.
Dude, don't even give. Fuck it. I don't even want the picks.
I don't want fuck it. I don't even. Fuck them picks. The Rams ticket.
Yeah.
All right, we're out of here. This is it.
All right. You hungry?